Hello my precious cinnamon rolls, my name is Phoephoe and I'm here back again playing Loren the Amazon Princess, and we ought to beat up a load of orcs. Let's just go straight in and attack a big group. I don't have anybody that has to be in the party right now, so let's see. I have Loren, let's have the monk, Eleanor, Draco, not Draco, Ray, Draco, Chambara. We got Raider, Warrior. No healers, that's good.
You forfeited your life.
Chambara will do Soul Rot because it's massive damage. Draco, Ice. Oh, Loren's paralyzed. Okay, defend.
By the power of Irito!
Power of who now?
Let's eat.
One battle is an orc, 27% of your goal. Just deck another big one. Got plenty of everything there. Oh, this time they got a healer. Attack the healer. Just healer down. Chambara, Soul Rot. Loren, Plonk. Draco, Ice.
I hope this is slightly.
Sauza, Punch. Sauza, Punch. Loren, sword to the face, and Chambara can just finish them off. There we go. It's an easy. 2 duels done, 52%. Big orc group. So swap out Chambara for a Parliament shop. Again, no raiders, 3 raiders, 3 warriors, no healers.
Stand aside.
Guessing it's somewhat randomized. Draco, give me some ice. There we go. Elemental, you can give me some flood, some water. Sauza, Punch. Sauza, Punch again. Loren's paralyzed again. There we go. Elemental, Q. Eleanor, shoot. Sauza, Punch. There we go.
I was expecting more of a challenge.
Is that done? 3 battles, 81% done. Okay, swap out Draco for Mirth because I don't use it very much. Eleanor attacks the healer. Ray attacks the healer. Sauza punches something. Oh, whoops. Mirth, can Mirth revive? Oh, she can heal, she can't revive. I can revive, but... Okay, we'll do the insects. Memento, give me some flood. Sauza punch. Sauza. Oh, Sauza is now scared and paralyzed. Memento, flood.
Got no time for this.
Eleanor and revive. Don't really need to because we're about to win, but
The truth conquers all.
there we go. The head of the 100th orc flew from its body and into the piles forming around them. The party cut its way through too many orcs and Khul was still nowhere to be found. More orcs charged forward. In frustration, Loren simply called out the barbarian's name. Khul, Khul! The approaching orcs slowed and then split away to reave a path. Khul had heard the call and was responding. A tall, monstrous man showed himself with a scourge over one eye and 2 massive war hammers in his hands. Dora took a step backward instinctively. He said nothing for a long moment as his army and Loren's party even repositioned themselves defensively. He looked inappropriately amused. You kill many orcs. If he's got a scour over this eye, presumably he can't see out this eye, but that's the way he's facing towards us, so he would only be able to see a tiny little bit of us. That just seems a bit daft. Of course, they say you kill many orcs. Eleanor says, you'll disband your army immediately and face imperial punishment for your crimes. His smile only deepened. Parliamentary says, Amukiki. The gladiator broke from Loren's ranks and walked intimidatingly up to Khul, even though Amukiki was a large man, the other barbarian was much larger. They stared intently at each other, growling with their eyes. What? Okay. And then Amukiki spat at Krill's feet. The barbarian caused with hot rage. He quickly whipped his weapons off his shoulders and impaled them in the ground before him. Oh, they got pointy things on the warhammers, so that makes sense. Amukiki did get insane with his sword. They proceeded to grunt violently at each other. Jacob says, what in the world are they doing? Von Richard says, you were witnessing a primitive ritual of nomads to arrange duels. Our friend have put Krill's honour to the test, and like all barbarians, he would not refuse. Rev says, this will certainly give us an advantage with a one-on-one fight. No comment. Jacob says, but that guy's twice the size of us. Again, no comment. Rev says, you assuming he will rely on his size to win. Let's not be foolish. Dora says, you can't trust him. Her voice cut through the tension as if they had all forgotten she existed. Dora tucked herself in the very back as if not to be seen. Knowing her story, Eleanor knew that Dora was completely right for any reservation she had. Eleanor says, I agree. Let's take him down now. She says, have you seen the size of the teeth on all those orcs? That one looking right at me and licking his chops. Loren grumbled. Amukiki returned to the group. The challenge has been accepted. One of us will die at dawn tomorrow. Emma says, don't be saying like you ain't sure you're going to win. You got us by our side. Emma says, if you don't plan to play by the rules, then I will make sure the right person goes down tomorrow. Amukiki says, no, let me fight him, no tricks. The group was silent for a moment from his request, especially Eleanor. This was not what she had in mind when she asked Amukiki to challenge Khul. It was just supposed to be a way to get him alone. Laura says, you think you can definitely win this duel? Ray says that Hammy seems fair if he just gets to kill him by himself. What about me? Amukiki says, you must let us fight on our own, otherwise we are not men. Laura says, if you think you can handle him, then we'll do this the clean way. Laura says, is this wise? Apollinaris says, I lay faith with the greatest warrior Grimoire has ever seen. I believe you should too. Eleanor looked over at the gladiator and stuck out his chest. It seems we must. And left for camp. Khul kept the orcs at bay so they could feast on them in the morning. They were woken by shouting. Eleanor says, Dora, Dora! Eleanor hopped up and quickly found a distraught Rammus. Eleanor says, what's wrong? What happened to her? Dora's missing. She's nowhere, I tell you. By then the entire group had formed around Rammus and began scanning the horizon as they declared to glimpse of her. Eleanor says, you've checked? Eleanor says, you think I've checked everywhere? I say she's missing. You better believe she is. Very well, dwarf, Loren says. Calm down. We'll make sure she's found. Rev says, could she have been kidnapped? Rev says, no. Ray was hunched against the ground looking for tracks. She just walked away. Amukiki says, if she has gone that way, she's heading for the orcs and Khul. Eleanor went quiet. It could not be coincidental. We need to save her. Rev says, why? Eleanor says, she's heading right towards danger. Everyone follows Jaro's trail, and sure enough, it led right to the orc army in nearby distance. We'll have to look for some other time with a duel to fight. Eleanor nodded and unsheathed her sword, hoping Dora was okay for the time being. There was a great matter at stake. They all found the spot where the two nomads had buried their weapons in the ground, as it was a mark for the dueling location. Ray had offered to hide away on a nearby cliff to act as an immediate end to Khul if the duel went sour. Eleanor took him up on this, knowing he had an excellent shot. The orc army once again filled the plains with a few decorated leaders standing next to Khul, who was waiting patiently. Amukiki says, I am ready. He raised his shield and slammed it with his sword. Loren nodded. Satisfied, he moved to engage Khul. Eleanor caught him by his arm just before he left. He stopped and turned to her. Be careful. His jaw moved, but he said nothing before breaking away to start the duel. The orcs and Loren's followers gathered around us. Both of the duelists stood by the weapons in the centre. Khul was stoic, but Amukiki pulled his sword out of the ground in a challenging glare. Khul grunted. You act like nomad. You look like nomad. But you not nomad. There was a full-body reaction in Amukiki from the taunt, his face now contorting in bloodlust. You die. At that, Khul tore his hammers from the ground and rushed to Amukiki. He managed to deflect that massive strike. All watched as the two demonstrated why their people were called barbarians. Even though Khul demonstrated great strength and more brutal tactics even, Amukiki somehow managed to hold his own, proving he had rightfully earned the title of Bear in Grimoire. The battle waged for what seemed like hours, but it could have been no longer than a minute. Running low on stamina, Amukiki tried a maneuver he'd learned only recently. He used his weapon to twist Khul's hammers from the grip. Eleanor was startled from recognising her own movements from seeing it executed so perfectly. It worked, and Khul's hammers flew from his monstrous hands. He was defenceless. The gladiator raised his sword to take the kill. Khul roared, causing orcs to break from their angst to swarm Amukiki. Told you it wasn't fair! Eleanor's gasp was stuck in her throat at sight. Then she looked at the cliff, hoping Ray's hand was steady, and had her weapon drawn and charged into the fray. Okay, so we gotta have Amukiki. We gotta have Eleanor. We gotta have Amukiki. Let's put Ray in as well. Oh, Ray can't be in the party right now, can he? Because he's on the cliff. Right. So we've got two warriors. We need another rogue. Oh, we're gonna have 3. Oh, we only have Eleanor. There. Okay, that makes sense. Orc, Raider. Oh, warrior. What warrior? Okay.
I'll protect you.
So let's do some backstabby stuff. Oh, she's all frightened and paralyzed again.
Come for me!
And there we go. Oh, no, he's not dead yet. There we go.
Why are there imbeciles everywhere I go?
Amukiki tried to defend himself, but there were too many. They could not kill an entire army by themselves. Crossbows pierced the sky, striking attacking orcs. But more just sprung up in their place. You call yourself a warrior, Amukiki says. You fight like a coward. Khul grunted loudly and the orcs retreated, but the damage had been done. Amukiki was bleeding from several wounds, but was still standing. I am great warrior, best warrior. Orcs, no. The entire orc army started to howl menacingly to show their loyalty. The cacophony surrounded them, sending shivers through them, even Loren. They could not fight their way out if they decided to attack. The reality of the position that they had put themselves in was suddenly too clear. Dora might come to the rescue or something in a minute. The harmonizing the orcs was disrupted abruptly by a high-pitched yelp. All of them were silent as one of the orcs in the front lines keeled over. Dora pulled her knife out of the dead orc with a look that none of them had seen on her face. It was dark, serious, and truly sad. You ain't a warrior, you ain't. Her voice trembled and she stepped out of the orc ranks, shedding what must have been an orc disguise. How did she disguise herself as an orc? I mean, she's like this big, and they're like, whoa! Dora says, no more hiding, ain't gonna hide from you no more. Rama says, Dora! The dwarf woman held out her short knife and took staring steps towards him. The orc standing hissing at her, but Khul gave no orders. You are puny. Rama says, so what? Dora ran forwards and plunged her knife into Krul's chest. No one breathed a single breath as Khul looked down at the weapon impaled at him, and then Dora. He took the knife out of him and tossed it away without blinking an eye. Amukiki says, run, leave. Khul stopped at Dora before her legs would let her move. She screeched and lifted her from the ground. I know you, you smell like dwarf village. He grinned, thinking about Dora's hometown. I will not find you then. Amma says, unhand her, you flea-bitten lard weasel. Amma said, march to Dora's rescue, his axe ready. Amma says, Ramos, no. Dora swiped at his face in his direction, landing only a mild blow. But in the next second, a crossbow bolt whooshed past her and struck Khul around the neck. He hollered and dropped Dora. Ramos rushed over and helped her up. She immediately recovered her knife. The orcs didn't like this turn of events, started screeching and pouring at the party, itching to kill them. Loren was not pleased either. The orcs were going to overwhelm Amukiki. Oh, this is tough. I'm not sure what will happen. Yes. Take orcs hostage? Fight Khul? If we don't... I don't want Amukiki to die. We'll see if Loren and Eleanor charged forward and overpowered them as decorator orcs, but not kill them. Each held a wriggling orc in their grip, threatened to kill them with a single and easy swipe of their blades. The howling orcs stopped preaching in fear for their leaders. Loren says, we have your prized followers. Khul ripped the arrow from his flesh. He looked his own blood in his hand and grimaced. Your arrow man made me bleed. Loren says, disband or we'll kill them. Khul didn't even look at the hostage orcs. He was looking around on the cliff side for who shot at him. I killed Arrow Man. Loren says, didn't you hear us? We'll kill your henchmen. Surrounding orcs, clearly understanding the situation, whimpered disapproval, but Khul was not interested. You see, he doesn't care one squat about you. Dora stomped dangerously close to the orcs. The creatures looked almost confused. He just cares about his own blasted self. The orcs all looked hopefully over at Khul, as if he would prove her wrong. He turned his back to them and started walking away, presumably to find Ray. Loren and Eleanor let go of the orc leaders, knowing that they now understood completely whom they had once trusted. As expected, the leader orcs had not attacked. Instead, they grew violently angry at Khul, hissing and clawing in his direction. In their own language, they clicked and grabbed the orcs to revenge against the nomad that had once been their hero. This did not need to be told twice. They charged at Khul, he did not even see them coming. They overtook him almost instantly. Khul let out a distorted roar as the wave of orcs consumed him. While they were preoccupied, Loren's group struggled to recover from everything that had just happened. Ramos consoled Dora as she watched Krul's demise. A polymeasure looked after Amukiki, requiring Eleanor to send to serious wounds. Thank you. Eleanor looked up from healing the gladiator, realizing he was talking to her. Eleanor says, for what? Amukiki hissed in pain and did not answer. Eleanor looked away, assuming he meant her healing. Eleanor wasn't sure why she would think it was something else. After Khul was dealt with, the various orc leaders split off into separate directions, breaking apart their army. They all scampered away, leaving only the dead strewn around in the field. A great sense of accomplishment for the group. Horus was now safe again. Let's say that we just achieved the impossible. We have an even more impossible task of us. His feet will pale in comparison. When it says General Sail should be notified immediately. Oh, we get to level up. Skill. And she puts in the strength. Pickle puts in the will. And he's got another skill point. Well, oh no, what does Phantom Form? No, we don't need Phantom Form. We'll just upgrade this ice spell. Karen's up there. Skill. Amukiki. Oh, he's already got strength up to 50. We'll put some more strength on there anyway. Ray. Skill. And Cold Blood 2. Parliamentary. Will. Fireball. Inferno even. Mirth. Will. Not got a skill point. Chambara, Will, and whatever that one is. Suffocate. He gets Messer gets them equally. We've already got that skill upgraded. We've got Demon Form. Devour 2. Salza Strength. Parry 3. And Dora skill. 50 skill. Back in the studio, the homes that were once burning were now being rebuilt, not only by the help of the Empire soldiers, but the Elven Rangers as well. Together, the two sides helped fix what the demons had easily destroyed. Someone else says, "My men told me the army had dispersed. I could hardly believe it, but they're gone. Not one blasted orc to be found." One says, "It was more difficult than we imagined, but it's over now. That man will terrorize no one any longer." One says, "I said I would deal with him, and I have. I suspect the council will recognize this." Someone else says, "Yes, I will personally vouch for your leadership. I did not think I would say that, but believe you me." He gave the group an elusive grin. Someone says, "There's still much to be done around here. If you could lend a hand or 10, this town would be obliged." One nodded. She directed everyone to help do what they could in cleaning up the town, healing the wounded and restoring homes. So this time that Eleanor came to realize Loren's charitable side. It was hard to consider her a selfless person by a serious, even harsh way of speaking and acting. Watching her in action outside of battle showed her that was a whole side to her that she tried hard to conceal. Being Amazon royalty did come with a certain expectations, I suppose, but it was more than just learning to find the more favourable sides of Loren. She was actually becoming a better person. Even just in the brief time they spent together, she saw growth in her, and even in herself, for that matter. But it was Loren who would one day be Amazon Queen and leader of the world's greatest army. As far as Eleanor was concerned, she was born ready. Seems like a good place to end this episode. Hi, this is Phoephoe. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and if you really liked it, please subscribe.